So I saw a tweet from Matt Walsh. I believe this was yesterday. And then I responded to it today. And he was basically complaining, or he was mad about the fact that the right wing is basically not unified. You know, after Charlie Kirk's passing, all people on the right can pretty much see, most conservatives can see, all right, left wingers are fucking crazy, deranged. They're willing to kill niggas for their opinions blatantly. They don't mind political violence. These niggas were up celebrating on TikTok like, fuck your homie dead, fuck your homie dead, and they were happy as shit. And these are people who are in known parts of societies. I'm talking about doctors, nurses, like niggas were happy that this nigga died. So everybody on the right kind of sees like, oh shit, this is actually deep now. This is not on some, oh, they just disagree with us on shit. No, they genuinely think niggas on the right are evil. Because Charlie Kirk was a pretty moderate right winger. And they shot that nigga. They genuinely thought that nigga was the second coming of Nazism. Like he was the progenitor of that shit. Like that's how deep it felt for them. So Matt Walsh is looking at the situation like, oh shit, the right's got to unify. So let me even just show you guys the tweet. Let me read out his tweet. And then I'll also show you guys my response to the tweet. So, all right. So this was his tweet. He says, the right doesn't stick together. That's our biggest problem by far. Conservatives are quick to denounce each other, jump on dog piles, disavow, attack their allies. I said a few weeks ago that we all need to band together in the wake of Charlie's death. And the answer I got back from a lot of people on the right was basically, no. Well, okay then, guys. We'll just lose instead. The left will keep up the united front and defend their guys no matter what, while we keep throwing each other to the wolves at every opportunity. Great plan. And see, I really didn't fuck with this response from Matt Walsh at fucking all, because he's being very disingenuous to everybody else on the right. There's an obvious reason why niggas on the right don't fuck with him, right? And to give you guys my response here, I say, the problem is, Matt, you have to take steps towards people you want to unify with instead of just saying, let's unify because Charlie died. For example, if you stopped working for Ben Shapiro, you'd get a ton of respect from people on the right, and we'd all be excited to connect with you. You don't just get other people's support just because you want it, as many have shown they're willing to suffer for the cause by criticizing people like your boss. So you need to do the same to earn the unity you claim to want. Okay, so we're going to talk about this here, guys. So the biggest issue here, Matt Walsh wants unity from the right wing. And I also want unity from the right wing. I think it would be lit as fuck if everybody on the right unified together as a conglomerate and just attacked the left and got rid of all the bullshit that the left is trying to push and got rid of all the mental illness that the left has that is destroying the country and all the Dems have, right? If we all just banded together and be like, this shit is a problem, we need to crush this shit, that would be lit as fuck. Most young conservatives would fuck with that shit if everybody on the right was just working together for the same mission and the same goal, especially after what happened to Charlie Kirk, because we all now know they hate us all. Even though we have our little differences here and there, our grievances in the right, in our arguments or infighting, we know all those niggas don't fuck with us. We all know that shit. So a unified right would be a very, very great thing. But the problem is now, we all know that the right is pretty much split between pro-Israel and anti-Israel. And a lot more people are going to the anti-Israel side because we can all blatantly see that Israel controls our foreign policy and they control our government. We all know that, So there was this big split in the right over that. So the only prominent people that were left on the right, pretty much, that weren't criticizing Israel is like your Steven Crowder, you have Matt Walsh, and then the late Charlie Kirk. And obviously fucking Ben Shapiro, who is probably the biggest Zionist in America. Let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? Will never criticize Israel. Because he's from there. Nigga got dual allegiance. Let's just be real. This nigga is not America first. He's Israel first. You know what I'm saying? So Matt Walsh works for this guy. And everybody on the right who's criticized Israel has had to pay for it. The most prominent one that everybody knows now is Nick Fuentes, who had his entire career destroyed at 18 because he chose to ask the Israel question. To be like, hey, why do these people have so much influence? Hey, why do these people all control the media on the right? Why do they just control the media in general when it comes to news? Boom, had his entire career destroyed at 18 years old. So he's had to pay a significant toll just for asking this question, for actually being America first and caring about America, which many conservatives claim to be, right? You want to care about America as conservatives. We care about America. We love the Constitution. We love the founding fathers. Correct? So naturally, we're going to be critical of entities that could be impeding that, which Israel blatantly are. Let's just be honest. They control our foreign policy. They influence our politicians. They control our media. They control the banks. Like, we can see this. So Nick had his entire life destroyed over this. Now, after October 7th, people started criticizing Israel a lot more. And a lot of people had to pay for doing that. They lost a lot of opportunities because of that. Because Israel, controls a lot of these different peoples and a lot of these different companies and industries. So if they find out you're criticizing Israel, you're not getting that opportunity anymore. So a lot of people on the right have paid for criticizing Israel, both socially and financially. They've taken hits because they're actually loyal to the cause of helping America and being American first, or America first, right? But the thing is, Matt Walsh has refused to take the same hits because his boss is Ben Shapiro. When even his workmate, or his previous workmate, Candace Owens, was willing to take the hit. She was willing to get fired from Daily Wire to ask this question. So even she was able to go from the pro-Israel side to the anti-Israel side. So she's been willing to take the hit. So if Candace comes out and says, hey, we need to have a unified right, that makes sense. Because it's like, hey, we know that she's willing to take hits for this shit. She's willing to take hits for the political cause, for the betterment of America. We know that. But Matt Walsh is sitting there on his high horse asking for the entire right to unify while he sits over here and his boss is the greatest Zionist in our country. It's like, bro, you can't ask for unification from everybody else on the right and these prominent figures on the right that are able to be critical of Israel while you sit here and you continue to have a boss that is pro-Israel. If you want people to unify with you, you have to be willing to take hits. You have to be willing to show that you are willing to suffer. Understand? And this is just a bigger thing that I want you guys to understand just in your life in general. When it comes to loyalty, you can't ask for loyalty. You can't ask for unification without earning it. You have to earn it. If you want loyalty from people, if you want unification from people, you have to earn it. It's not free. Everything worth having in life must be worked for. So when Matt Walsh is sitting here saying, oh, the right should just unify. Oh, well, I offered my hand and they said no. What the fuck? It's like, bro, you're not doing enough, my nigga. You're not really showing you're willing to take hits. That's why I said in my tweet, hey, if you're willing to say, no, I'm going to criticize Israel now. I don't care if Ben Shapiro fires me. This is the right thing to do. Now, all the people on the right are like, oh, shit, he's willing to take a hit to his livelihood. He's willing to take a hit socially for the movement because that's how important it is to him that the right unifies. He's willing to pay for it. He's willing to show, look, guys, I'm talking against my boss here. I'm willing to get fired for the situation. That's how important I think it is that we defeat the left, the derangement that the left has, the chaos that the left is trying to enact within the United States of America. That's how deep it is. I'm willing to start criticizing this nigga. I'm willing to start criticizing Israel. Everybody on the right would welcome the nigga in with open arms. You're like, oh shit, Matt Walsh actually grew a pair. This is a real nigga now. He's really about that shit. That's how much he thinks unification actually fucking matters. And people are willing to then be like, oh yeah, sure, let's all unify. When you're willing to spill your guts for the cause, people are going to respect that shit. If you have one guy over here who says, I'll be loyal to you, and you have another guy over here who's willing to jump in front of a bullet for you, who are you going to want to unify with? The guy who's willing to take the bullet for you. So unless Matt Walsh is willing to actually spill his guts and show everybody on the right, especially the anti-Israel right, which is becoming more and more popular and is becoming the majority as the days continue to pass, unless he's willing to show, hey, I want this unification from the right, I'll criticize whoever I got to criticize. I'll take whatever financial hits I got to take. I'll take whatever social hits I got to take. Because that's how important I think this shit is. Everybody would respect it instantly. We'd be like, oh, yeah, let's unify. Because now you're showing that you're willing to have a stake in this game. You're willing to lose a limb or two to make sure that the right actually unifies so we can defeat what you believe is the bigger problem, which is the left. And I'd honestly agree. They're a way bigger threat currently to me. Israel's obviously a problem, but the immediate threat, like niggas getting shot in the neck, it's them. Let's be honest. Right? So understand, guys, if you want loyalty and unification from anybody, you need to be willing to earn it, right? Imagine you ask a woman to be loyal to you, but you're not able to provide and protect for her. Would that make any fucking sense? Fuck no, baby. Obviously not. Because you can't do anything for her. Why should she be loyal to you? You're not giving her a good reason. In the same way, Matt Walsh is showing his hand saying, hey, we should unify, but he's not giving a good reason as to why. He's not showing that he's willing to spill his guts for it. He's just saying, hey, I'm going to maintain my Israel first boss while acting like I'm actually conservative and American first, and then also ask for you guys to unify with me. It's like, Matt, bro, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You have to choose one. It's either you get the unification you want, but you're going to take some financial hits by being willing to criticize Israel and Ben Shapiro and probably lose your position at Daily Wire. That's more like what's going to happen. Or you keep your boss as Ben Shapiro, don't criticize Israel at all, and you don't get the unification you want on the right. Like you have to choose one, bro. You got to choose. Because people on the right are willing to fuck with you. They understand the left is a problem, but you're not willing to show that you're actually willing to take hits for this shit. So that means when things actually get bad and another insane situation comes in, we don't know if we can really trust you or fuck with you because you're not willing to actually show you're willing to sacrifice shit for the game. You're not willing to take a bullet for the game. So why would we want to have you next to us? If niggas are getting shot and killed, bro, on this side of the political aisle, we need loyal niggas. We need niggas that if I got to cut off this limb to make this shit work, I'm cutting that shit off. No questions asked. If I got to take this financial hit, I'm taking it. If I got to take this social hit, I'm taking it. Because niggas over here are getting killed. So if he's sitting here like, oh, no, I'm going to have my cake and eat it too, we can't fuck with you. Because when shit hits the fan, when shit gets bad, we think you're going to run away. We think you're going to pussy out. Let's just keep it a stack. So if Matt Walsh really wants this unification, then my message to him would be, you have to take a hit, bro. You have to be willing to cut off a limb, bro. It's the only way the right would want to fully unify with you because they know you're the type of guy who's willing to sacrifice shit to make shit work. You're willing to put stakes in the game. You're willing to actually have a stake. You're willing to take risks to make sure this unification happens because you actually believe that the left is a problem, is our biggest problem. But if you're not willing to make the sacrifices, you're not going to get the unification. The things we want to have in life, we got to make sacrifices for. And if you're not willing to make those sacrifices, there's no reason for anybody to trust you. Because everybody who has been anti-Israel has been willing to pay dearly for it. Some have had their lives destroyed, their early careers destroyed because of it. So, unless you're willing to take some pain, you're not going to get the loyalty you want. And even just more importantly for you guys, the big lesson there is that you want loyalty from somebody, you want to unify with somebody, you have to earn that shit. No one deserves to just... You don't deserve loyalty from anybody. Nobody should just be loyal to you for no fucking reason. You got to be useful. You have to show that you're willing to make sacrifices. You have to show that you actually care through the sacrifices you make, through the bets that you're showing you're willing to make, right? You have to earn loyalty. You have to work for it. Everything worth having in life must be worked for. So yeah. So that's my whole spiel on that, man. Like, I just saw that and I was just so fucking annoyed because I'm like, Matt, we all know that the left is a fucking problem, but bro, you're not showing that you actually care about unification. You're just saying, hey, let's unify while you also maintain your relationship with somebody who's so obviously Israel first, which is just blatantly anti-conservative, bro. It's just anti-American that you're willing to maintain this boss that is obviously Israel first. Let's just be real. Like that's like too much, you know. Obviously, niggas are willing to make compromises in some ways, but that's too much, bro. You got to be willing to at least cut off this issue from yourself before niggas are even thinking about unifying with you, because it looks like you're playing both sides there. You looking a little bit too Israel first. That like, how can we unify with you? You don't even fuck with America that much to cut off your Israel first boss. Like, let's be real here. Let's be sensible. So.